scalding them so that the feathers will come off easier. And I can take them after this. No.
Chicken. I don't want chicken.
Ben, you stand closer to Avery.
Chickens are bigger than I thought they were. Huh? Chickens are bigger than I thought they were.
It's gonna spritz.
And I'm just putting the feathers on the ground. And then the feathers will come off nicely. They just come off. The temperature was good, and all the feathers come off nicely. So these are clean feathers, and so my hands don't get dirty at all. They stay nice and clean. Oh!
Missy,
You want the feathers in here?
I don't feel like picking them up again.
Okay.
Hold that in.
Oh. We're modern today. We're being clean. We don't want our feathers to fly all over town. And this chicken's got nice wings.
Same as Daddy does.
And we're going to take all the feathers off.
I think that big.
The wings, it's got nice long feathers. We're just going to pull them out. And they were dry. You could
I
stick
think
them in your
those
hat.
feathers are enough.
Stick a feather in
Enough,
your
what do you mean?
I think that they are way too big for all
Oh
the
yeah,
feathers.
that it won't get all full of feathers.
We put all there.
Now a chicken wing has 3 parts. This first part over here, there's not much meat on it. But over here, this chicken's actually got a sharp bone. And it kind of uses that sharp bone as a weapon for protection.
With dumplings.
But we're going to take off all the feathers. They come up easily.
This one behind you there.
She's showing other people, okay?
Who's cleaning the heads today?
I can't see.
Right now you need to wait a minute. Just watch and listen to them.
Oh, and the tail feathers, they don't want to come off very easily. Those we have to pull. Do we have some strong young men here who can pull the tail feathers out? I didn't eat all my pierogies at lunchtime, and I'm having a difficult time pulling those tail feathers.
Why did you soak him last night?
I didn't soak. That was your dad that was supposed to soak him. But we're getting his feathers all off.
Yeah.
Now I'm just hoping that one of these is a hen, that maybe the hen will have little baby eggs on the inside.
Baby eggs.
Baby little eggs.
Thank you.
Yeah, just like little eggs. Small eggs. Miniature eggs. And some more new feathers.
Wow, you know what those...
Do you all help your moms and dads with this in fall? No. I think you should all ask your moms and dads to raise chickens on your farm so that you can do this.
I don't. All these people have.
Do I have a chicken at home?
After you've done this, you'll have a much easier time when you take biology in school. You'll know all the parts, and you'll get much better grades in your biology class.
Stop!
Oh, right, I'll have to rub my hands off once in a while. They're so feathery. Rachel might listen to the feathers off of my hands.
Well, you know what? Because you're best because everybody wants to see it.
Now this chicken is probably one for eggs. It's not a very meaty chicken at all.
No, these are layers. Well, you would use any. If you had these chickens, that's all you would use then. But
Look, you're gonna hit my arm every time.
yep, every time.
We're going to pick all the feathers up because it's no fun eating a piece of chicken and then have feather in your mouth. Feathers usually don't taste very good.
Avery, I cannot lift you up. Stop pointing.
Avery, you can come and stand closer to the front because you're right beside Rachel Frey's here.
Find a way. Ben, do you want to go with Avery? Okay, Claire, you right over here. I can lift you.
Are you sure?
Lucy, excuse me and squeeze through. Okay, Ben, you go with. Claire, can you see now?
Yeah. Good. We'll get some of
Oh,
these
they're
shorter.
both naked.
Here?
Oh, take the rest of it off the table.
You know, right around this. Who has a hat? Oh, that girl has a hat. I'll just pick a few more feathers off over here. Yeah.
Some people say that I make
Makes the best
beds. I brought the camera. I brought the picture.
Players make the best technique.
I took a picture of the baby.
All right. You know, I'm not going to worry about all of his tail feathers. They don't want to come out today. I am done.
Don't do any more than I did. Can you do anything on the paper there? Yeah, I'm going to take and you
Let's go to mommy over there.
All right. So now we've got a chicken here. Does it still look like a chicken?
Yeah, without feathers and without a head.
Yeah. So usually what we would do at this point is we would finish picking off all the little feathers, and we would. Chickens also have hair. Can you see the hair?
Guys, you see
We would take and we would singe the hair. Have a little torch or a little bit of fire, and you can singe all the hair. We're not going to do that today.
You go right up in front of me.
When a chicken eats. So this is its neck. The food would have come down this tube here that's been cut off.
There we
The
go.
food goes into here, and the chicken has a little sack up front here, and we call it a crop. It's a crop in German and also in English. And it's first it stores its food in here, and after it'll enter in its stomach in the inside. So first thing I'm going to take and I'm going to cut the crop off. I'm going to cut the.
She's not here.
What's that?
Do you want me to pray it?
Bring it or saying it?
Oh, sure, let's singe the feathers, just so that you can see how we singe it. Want to stay up there? Got a torch here. If it will work.
Should.
And we're going to singe the feathers, or the hair.
That's right, it's always little hairs.
And then we can smell the smell of burnt hair. Okay, now you can see these little dark spots. That's the singed hair. And it kind of smells like singed hair. But meanwhile, we're cutting out this crop. I'm going to take extra skin along with me. I'm going to cut the skin off right around his neck. And I'm trying not to cut into this crop. Be very careful. Because I want to show this to you. I'll take that extra skin off.
It's so hard. And the tables are lightweight. These big strong men return. Where's the chicken brain?
The chicken brain is in the head. Mr. Frazier is going to show you that soon.
Yep, sure will.
We want to know what this chicken ate for breakfast, right? Yeah.
See what this is?
So here in its crop, we're going to find out what he ate for breakfast today.
Rachel?
We try not to cut it, but today we're going to cut it just for fun. This is what he had. He ate some seed, he ate some grass. This is what he ate for breakfast. Is that what you had for breakfast? No? I'm glad. Is this still my garbage pail here?
It is, yeah.
You know, that was a field. We're going to take care of that. All right. Then another thing, what do roosters do? Roosters like to do what? They like, no, what do they do with their voice? They use...
That's not how our rooster at home sounds.
This rooster doesn't know English. This tube here, this is a wind tube, and he breathes through it. Now it's clean, and I want some of you to touch it. It almost feels like a vacuum cleaner hose. It's ribbed. It can contract. Now, if I was brave like my mom, she would wash this and blow air into it, and then it would actually make some crowing sounds.
Clara.
Anybody? It's nice and yeah. It's kind of like a vacuum cleaner hose. Then we've got the bird kind of taken care of in the front.
We're watching the chicken butchering.
This is the white meat. You will like the white meat on a chicken, right? The chicken breast, the white meat, that's right up front here. So remember, the chicken stood like this, and right underneath here, it's got all the lovely white meat. I'm just going to cut into the leg area here, just cut the skin a bit on both sides. And just to make it easier, I'm just going to break it open a bit. See, there's our thighs, our lovely brown meat. We call it brown meat. It's redder here now. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to cut the skin here, and also a little bit of the meat part, and in here is where all the chicken's inside parts are. Now, what do you all have on the inside of your tummy area here? What is in there?
Brains?
Food? You go ahead.
Not brains in there?
Not brains in the tummy. What is in the tummy? What do you have in your tummy area? Food? A heart? Good. Who all has a heart?
You know what?
Oh, good. Lots of hearts here. The chicken has a heart too. I'm going to open this up a little bit more, and we're going to go look for the heart.
And it was just like first come, first serve.
You know, the heart is right, our hearts are right on top here, right? So the chicken's heart is on top here too. I'm going to reach in, and I'm going to pull the heart out.
Just crack it nice and open.
Whoops, sorry, that's part of the liver. I didn't go in far enough.
And we thought nothing of it. It was great.
There, I've got the heart. Here we go. There's the heart.
Chewy, but not really chewy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to cut some of this extra stuff off.
I just loved it.
And you've learned in school, you've learned that your heart has some different sides, a right side and a left side. So there would be blood in each of these things, and a heart would be pumping the blood from one side to the next side. And this is part of your heart. And in my home, we always put the heart into the soup, and we ate the heart. Very delicious. Part of the heart, we still eat it. Okay? So then we open up this chicken further. It's got some yellow fat, so that means that it's a healthy chicken. We all need some fat. We all need body fat so that we are healthy. And over here, I had put a part of the liver on. This is the liver, and we all have livers too. I'm just going to break it open a little bit so you can see it better. We're going to take the liver out. I'm going to pull some of those shoots from the front. Oh, and this is a hen. I'll tell you in a moment about it. Here's the liver, and I'm just going to see if I can collect it here. It's all nice and clean. It's not dirty at all. It's all good. You know, and then we're gonna.
Nita, you should tell what your chickens used to do apparently.
Oh, they would sometimes catch my marble when I would play marbles on the ground. Do you ever have marbles? And then sometimes they would go and snatch the marble up and swallow it. And a few days later, we would find it on the ground again. How it got there, that was beyond me back then. So this is the stomach, but now we saw what kind of food they had in their crop there before. And now we're going to cut this open. And we're going to cut it very carefully. And because I'm being watched, I'm a little bit nervous, and my hands might be shaking a bit, and so I might break this. I'm hoping not to, but... Break that
the stomach, neck, yeah.
Okay, so now this is a stomach. It broke. Now this is what he had. This is in his stomach. There's some wheat and grain and grass.
That's what he ate this
What you
morning.
had for lunch? You had something else for lunch? But this is what the chicken ate for lunch. And the chicken said, "Oh, this is good stuff."
There's a little bit green grass in there.
A little bit of green grass. So I think we're going to just leave this one here. We're going to... Yes. Look in here.
Try not to break it.
Mr. Fraser's chicken's got eggs in it, and so does mine. They've got the beginning of eggs.
Are those roosters?
Are they roosters? What do you...
Have eggs?
Do roosters have eggs? No? Are you sure? No, roosters don't have eggs.
Those are eggs.
There's eggs in here. These eggs, they have the
One
yolk
egg
part.
here is going to get ready to be laid for
Are there
you.
chickens in them?
No, there's no chickens.
You want to
This is
stand down here, Amy?
part of the egg that you would eat for breakfast. So every day the chicken would lay an egg.
It's
So
not
that
quite hard yet.
they're
There's an egg that
different
would be
sizes.
laid in its
See?
nest.
Different
Give
sizes.
another day.
Here's
This egg would
another
have a
one.
hard shell on it. Then it would go. Lay this egg. So this egg, you can very crack it.
Yeah, you know, and over here, just look at this.
Oops. These eggs here,
There's
we would
lots
rather
of
cook them up
eggs.
in our
This
soup.
Each day, each one of these yolks grows bigger and bigger until the chicken will lay them.
Does yours have one that was ready to get laid?
You know, this,
Yeah, look at that. See, just like mine here.
okay, so yours already has a soft skin on it.
Yeah.
This
Wouldn't
is
take very
its tube where it's got the egg in. I'll just have to cut that tube so that we can kind of see it.
Here we go.
And I'm gonna.
Yeah, and they'll keep on until they become this.
See,
And
my
then this
egg
already
has got
skin on
yolk
it,
and
then it
white.
would take another day or
And so
so for the skin to get
Mr.
hard.
Phrases has some skin on it already, but mine only has some the yolk and the white. Okay, and this is the tube where the egg would go down.
Just don't
Okay.
stick it, because then you're going to have egg all over your hand.
And in here, there's lots more little eggs. All these eggs. It's going to lay one egg a day at the most. Not anymore. Up front in this chicken, right in the back here, it's got lungs. Do you have lungs?
Yeah.
Why do you have lungs?
For air to breathe.
For air, for breathing? Yes. Chickens also have lungs. Here's a lung. It's nice and pretty and pink, and it's soft and spongy. There's lots of air in it. And this is what your lungs would look like too. There's a nice lung,
Right here.
and there's a lung on the other side.
That chicken hat. We'll just chat.
You have two lungs, and so do the chickens. They have two lungs. Here's the other lung. I'm just going to cut into it just to let you see that. It's like this all the way through.
It's like a sponge.
It's spongy,
If you buy the chicken,
very soft and spongy and lightweight.
KFC, chicken check.
And so here's the intestines. From the outside, the intestines are all clean. On the inside, it's the food that it's eaten, and then that is maybe not tasting good.
Where?
But here's a little part,
Chicken check? No, that
and I
chicken
think
does
this
not
is
have
the chicken's kidney.
See, look like all
Okay? We all have kidneys. We have two kidneys,
And the gravel.
and I think the chicken has one kidney.
Get the small
There's
piece
a
to grind
kidney.
it. You're right, see?
And so the intestines here is where all the food would be in.
Okay, so then you know.
Okay? So there's a little bit of fat, and that is healthy. We all need fat on our bodies. Then the back of this chicken, I'm just going to leave it here.
And now you can look. Now I can see
It's more difficult to peel
Yeah.
things off because I can't grab with
It's
it.
part of the liver. You know, each birds and chickens, they all like to keep the chickens and birds. Are you sure, Auntie Beth? Are my hands not clean?
I'm not eating at your LCN.
She was there last night.
No, I want to
I'm still gonna go and eat there.
So our birds and our ducks and everybody likes to have clean feathers. You like to have a clean body and clean hair, and chickens like to be clean. And so what they actually do is on their tail part, they're going to have an oil compartment. They're going to, with their beak of their mouth, see, with their beak, they're going to peck at their little oil compartment in the back, and they're going to get a little bit of oil on their beak, and then they're going to preen their feathers. They like to clean their feathers, and so that they're nice and oily and shiny and clean. And so I'm going to take this. Here's a little. Move those feathers. You see this little tip here? In this little tip here is where the oil compartment is in. So we don't eat the oil compartment, so I'm just going to cut that oil compartment out. Okay? So there,
We
the
can
oil,
remove just a little bit. Let's dump this stuff there.
the oil compartment is out, but we want to see the oil. So I'm just going to cut into this just so that we can see the
Do you have
oil.
a display of intestines there, Anita?
Not yet. See, now this oil, it's kind of, there's oil in that brownish part. And from that oil, he would have taken to preen his feathers to make them nice and shiny. Okay?
Can we see the? Is the brown the oil?
The brown stuff is the oil, yeah. Sometimes it's more liquidy. This one isn't very liquidy. Maybe he's getting older and his skin is drying out. I'm not sure.
Yes.
So then we're going to just take the intestines out.
It's just your schlucker or swallow in there. No,
This white one with the red veins, that's where the eggs come along. And the other stuff, these are the intestines where the food came along.
start over here. Take this off. But not whether you.
And see, even inside here, there's still lots of little eggies. Each day, one of those little eggies would have grown bigger, and the hen would lay an egg. So then we're going to just cut this all out. Some older grandmas and grandpas still like to eat the tail of the chicken. I personally don't care to eat the tail.
Why is there something under me?
Give you a little bit. She finished her
There's
fries.
eyes on the couple.
Yeah.
And we're just
I
going to
just did here too. I just got most of the skin off already.
bottom of it off.
And then you like that.
No, it's not happening anymore.
Look,
This is all of the
my favorite is
intestines.
in chicken noodle soup. I absolutely love these in chicken noodle soup.
Now, we would usually take the feathers off, but otherwise, now this bird, except for the feet, sometimes we clean the feet.
See if there's any other.
Did you want to cut the fingernails, though, Neil? Did you bring a pair of pliers, Mr. Fraze?
In the trailer.
Rachel, I need a pair of
Side
pliers.
cutters, yeah. Blue handle.
So here's our foot.
Yeah.
Now, when the pliers come, you can all move your legs and your toes, right? How come can you move your legs and your toes? You bend your legs and wiggle your toes. Why can you do that? Do you have muscles so that you can do that? So this leg, we've got a muscle to a ligament. See these white things? Those white things, those are its ligaments. Now, if Rachel's going to get me a pair of pliers, and when I pull this, you watch the toes.
Scary.
Neil, what's wrong?
Yeah, no, it's supposed to move. It's vibrating. I don't know if it's your hand shaking.
I'm there. See? See, this is the muscle that I'm pulling, and he's waving at you.
Dylan, is he waving at you? Naughty.
Squeeze.
No, I'm pulling on this one. See?